We are live. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Mother Frickin' Drawn Talk. Guys, we have a super awesome episode today. I've got the incredible creator Dorphise Jean on the show. We're going to be talking about the challenges of being a female comic book writer, and she's probably going to be doing most of the talking because not a female. Real quick, guys, let's get some announcements real quick. Demons Volume 2, it's currently on Indiegogo. Guys, we got funded this morning. I woke up to it funded. Super awesome. We're 112% funded. Link in the description down below for you to check out this book. You're gonna get right here. We've got 5 left for the $45 tier where you get volumes 1 and 2. Guys, it's over 200 pages of comics. And then, I want to unlock the first stretch goal, $3,000. Everyone will get 3 exclusive Indiegogo trading cards. So, guys, we have 38 days left of the campaign. Let's get this going. Link down in the description. I'll put it in the chat. But
that's awesome, man.
well, thanks. Well, thanks, Dorphise. Well, guys, this is a perfect time for me to introduce our guest, Dorphise, the creator of Spirit's Destiny. I've been seeing her create this book in the store for the last 3 years. Dorphise, thanks for being on the show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
No, this is exciting stuff because I've seen there's people that I've known for 4 years. Creating comics, Chris Tomasa, you two are actually really the only people I've known for I've known a couple others for 4 years, Larry Patrick Higgins, and it's really cool to see everyone's properties go up with Larry's Niobe, Chris Tomasa's Clarity Girl, and your Spirit's Destiny, and it's doing so well, guys. The link for her Kickstarter is in the description down below. I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna screen share some of the art, but Dorphise, tell us about Spirit's Destiny and why we should back it.
Well, when I first created Spirit's Destiny, I basically was in a comic book store with my son, and I wanted a character. I was looking for a Haitian superhero, and there was none in the comic book store. So right there, I said I needed to create something that represented me, and from my perspective. So I contacted one of my friends who's a photographer, where he linked me up with Terry Alexander, and Terry Alec actually drew my character based on my based on my features, and I told him what I wanted and who inspired me, who's my favorite characters, which is Rogue, Raven, and Wonder Woman. So he summed it up and created that image of Spirit. And once I got the character, I was like, what do I do next? So I had to learn how to write a plot. I had to learn how to write. Yeah, I had to really research. And I was pretty stoked about it and pretty nervous. I researched, I asked people for their opinions, how to write a script. And Dirk Manning, he offered to tell me to order his book, where I had to learn the concept of writing a plot and theme. So once I learned how to do that, I was very intrigued in writing comic scripts. So I worked the plot and theme, and I wanted to put my Hades historical facts in the comic book. I basically wanted people to know some historical facts about Haiti and love Haitian people because we've been bullied for so long. So, and I want to show people how modest, how um, inspirational we are, how strong we are. So this is why I created this character. Not to only inspire me, but inspire people of Haiti, because we don't have a Haitian female superhero. So I wanted to do that. So that's one of the reasons why I created this character.
No, this is awesome, guys. Check this out, guys. This guys is the thumbnail for the YouTube credits, guys. The artwork. You have so many amazing artists. I like this action figure variant cover. There's so many awesome artists working on this book. The covers are amazing. The interior art looks great. There's no, I mean, look at that, guys. This looks so good. There's no reason. Who is this?
This issue 2 is all Julie Anderson. She did that all by herself.
It
All by
looks phenomenal. I've never heard of her. I have to go check her out now.
Yeah, man, she's very awesome. She was when I first met her, she was so shy, and I had to tell her, yo, you can't be you could be shy, but I'm like, you're an artist, you know, people are gonna contact you, and you know, she really got out of her shell, but she been killing it.
No, it's
She
awesome. So this campaign, guys, check it out. The link is in the description below. Let me real quick put the nope, not mine. Let's put this in the chat so you all can check it out. Um, guys, it has a goal of $4,000. It's been on the market for 6 days, and it's almost mother freaking there, guys. It's so awesome to see, and this is for issues 1 and 2, right?
yes.
Guys, come on now. Look how awesome this is. Real quick, I want to address everyone who is here currently. So I'm going to go down the chat. We've got Kawhi Ali. Kawhi, how are you doing today? We got Hoven Crow says, I'm finally here for a live session. Justin Ori says, yeah, boy. We have Britton here, some Okie dude. And then Kawhi Ali says, the story looks dope. I'm going to back it.
Thank you so much. The best insight about issue 2, I added Creole in it. I was much more confident. My friends actually helped me out. So you guys will be learning another language. You guys will be learning my mother's home language, which is Creole, within the book. When I asked for her permission, she told me I needed to, and you know, input that language. One of the characters were inspired by my late grandmother, so this is why this book is so important to me. And you guys are gonna love the storyline. I've been working so hard at it. I've I I'm still writing. I'm still writing different issues. The characters, I've worked on the character development. Um, Tyler, you know I've been watching you when we speak about writing. Um, when we working on developing the story, making sure you know the story corresponds with the readers. Like you know, I'm all for that. I don't want to fail as a author at all. Like I always get feedback from different readers to see what I need to change. So this is why this book is so important to me because this can help me work on my other contents. You know, I want to learn. Is that a horror story that you wrote? That's in the Kickstarter.
It's a supernatural story, so that you know it's not really necessarily horror. But what you said is so true. I mean, with each book that you make, you're going to improve.
Yep, you're going to improve. I wrote another story named Nia Kaler, and it's based on my best friend, and she's an army vet. And I told her I wanted to create a character based on her, and I whipped that script so quick. And when I let her read it, she was so freaking shocked. Like it just got like it's like writing just got easier for me, you know. And I'm not a yes. I don't like yes man. So if my scripts suck, I want somebody to tell me that so I can improve. That's
Well,
one
you're
thing
not going to get
about
better. You're not going to get better
yeah.
without that.
I even got a Muslim character, and I was like, yo, I need to talk to somebody who's Muslim because I don't want to offend nobody. I want the stories to be authentic, you know.
For sure, you know, and you don't want to come off that as the wrong perspective. So,
Exactly.
well, that's one thing. I feel like I need to do a video on is that I think a lot of people don't realize that writers need to do research on things. Guys, there's a book called The Sheriff of Babylon by Tom King and Mitch Gerrits, and he says that before he even like draws anything that Tom King sends him, he does like a day or two of research. And writers, we need to do the same thing. Like we can't just say it happens in Portland. Well, tell me where in Portland. Do some research about the culture of the Portland. Don't say he's Muslim. Tell us about get the culture of what a Muslim would be like or a Christian if you're going to have all these things. Oh, we have LaShawn Colvin here.
Hey, LaShawn.
Says, yay, shout out Dorphise. I'm such a proud editor. And then I have a couple questions for you. Oh, we have Iris here. It's my wife's niece. It's like my something niece. What's up, Iris? How you doing? All right. So I got two questions for you. First question: how big is each book in page wise?
22 to 24 pages. Every single book that I'm writing.
Boom. Next question. Okay, this is gonna be a little more in-depth question. How do you prepare the story before you script it?
How I prepared it, I don't do any outlines at all. Like,
Really?
basically, no, I don't do
You,
outlines.
you just
I
go
usually
for
do
it?
outline. I just go for it. Like, it just popped. The idea just popped in my head, and most time, me and LaShawn will just brainstorm. And she'll be like, "No, Dorphise, maybe we should do it." She'll give me suggestions, and I'm always up for suggestions. I'll even talk to other writers. Like, I'm in a writers group. I'm in lots of writers group, and we will just pop up with ideas and stuff. I did it with issue 1, and I had like 4 arcs written. I scrapped that out. I'm like, no, I'm just gonna just write with the flow with the story, because I've been studying a lot of comic books, and I've noticed some different writers do different things, and I don't want to be like knowing what I'm going to write. I want to do the unexpected. I don't want people to read my books like, oh, okay, I expect this to happen. So this is the reason why I write. I don't do any outline. It's
That's
kind of
really
hard though.
interesting. Yeah, it must be, but um, guys, am I like really loud? I feel like I'm really loud, and my
Mm-mm.
mic is super far away. But I feel like that's a route that I enjoy as well. I don't do it very often. I write like maybe like 2 sentences. Like issue one's going to
Yeah.
be about this 2 sentence, but then after that, you just want to flow because maybe if you wrote it out like, oh, page 10 has to hit this, and you're at page 8, and you go, but it would be super cool if this happened instead.
Yeah.
You just like, let's just throw that in there. You don't have to. I feel like I agree with you. Sometimes outlines are good to maybe map it all out, but sometimes they can be really restricting and it kind of loses the fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Let's see. I want to go into the chat again. We have Wasaid. Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Let's see. Soy Chips New York says this project looks promising. Yeah, guys, check out the project
Yes,
once again.
it does.
Putting the Kickstarter link down below. Spirit's Destiny. Justin Ori says, "I'm jealous. I have to plan everything."
You know what? It's cool to plan everything, and trust me, you're gonna get better at it, because I'm actually writing for someone else, and he was planning everything. I told him I couldn't do it. I'm like, let's just go on a whim, you know. And the process may take longer for other folks, and it might be easier for other folks, but you just want to have fun with. I like to have fun. Like when I do the sessions with LaShawn, we just be on the phone. We could be on the phone for like hours. Like we've been on the phone like one time for 3 hours just planning already. And she's an editor for Nia Kaler, and she's also editing other Spirits Destiny scripts. Like we're on script number 5, and she went back on 3. Like we should change this. That's the type of thought process that we have. That's why I don't like to do the outlines, because you're gonna continue changing. You're gonna continue changing no matter what, and that's why I stopped it. But I always do write a sentence like you do. I do write a sentence and say, "Oh, this is gonna happen." I just write down what's gonna be the cliffhanger, and I just go from there.
Ooh, I like that. Well, one thing with like indie comics is that these issues take a long time to make. So, like, if you let's say you were writing an outline today for issue 3, but issue 3 takes like 12. It takes like 12 to like 18 months for you to finally get to like making issue 3. In that 18-month span, you've grown, you've experienced new things, and you go, you know what? I don't want what I wrote in issue 3 to happen. I want something new. And if you confide yourself to what your outline is, you're a changing person.
Yep. Yep. You're just like you. It's all about character development. You're developing as a writer. You're gonna always develop, and I don't think any writer or creator should ever feel comfortable, because I would never want to be comfortable. I want to be always elevate myself, because just like this is what LaShawn told me. She said every year you're supposed to get better, and I totally agree with that. Like I've learned to be better with patience, with creativity, and learning how to work well with others, because it's hard to find an artist nowadays. It's so hard. And
Inexpensive.
it's very expensive. Like an average comic book, probably I say 3 grand or more. I spent my first comic book, I spent 32
That
hundred. Yeah.
that was what we were talking about that on the show last night. Someone was saying, someone on a Facebook forum was like, I planned out 100 issue comic book story, and I got beef. They were just destroying me on Facebook, and so we did a video. We did the math. We're like, if your book was if average comic book cost $3,000 to make and you have 100 issues, do you have $300,000 to just throw out? I don't think so.
That's it's a lot of money, and you know, you don't want some. We all want great quality art. We don't want, you know, it's not always about quantity. It's all about great quality, and some people just don't care. And then as a reader myself for comic books, I look at nice art. I like good art. It don't have to be, you know, out there, but it needs to look good at least. You know, I like the cute art. I like the detail, and I like the cartoonish art, but it have to look good. Like, come on now. Like, I don't know how he gonna do it.
I
That's a lot of
know.
money. That is a
Um,
lot of money. And your goal your goal as a writer is to get yourself out there. You want people to notice you because you never know, your series could be animated or a live action show or film. So you want to continue to promote yourself, and this is what I do on all social media. And it's very inspiring when other creators come to you and be like, "Oh, you inspire me." I'm like, "How, dude? Like, I only got one book." Oh, so you inspire me. Like, you're pushing yourself.
the
So I really
hustle, but
like
you're
it.
hustling. Like
Yeah,
even though
that's
you
exactly
only
the
have
thing.
one book, Dorphise, I've seen you like every like week for the last 3 years on these comic book forums, engaging with people, engaging with creators, asking questions. You're constantly trying to like build yourself. So yeah, you only have one book, you're freaking hustling.
Yeah, you know, I want to continue saturating so much knowledge about the business, because when I came in blind, so I didn't know anything. I'm just like, I just want to create a comic book. I didn't know the expenses. I didn't know about, you know, creating a team. But now that I have more knowledge about it, so I'm much more organized. So, and working with different artists, I've learned, you know, how to value my time and my sanity, because it's hard.
Oh, it's super hard. Quick question. Well, I have a couple questions in the chat for you. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
All
Shoot.
right, first one from Kwai Ali. Do you have a Twitter?
Yes, I do. You can find me on Spirits Destiny U.
Spirits, Destiny. And then is it you like YOU or like you?
U. The letter U.
All right, boom, guys. I put that in the Twitter in the chat. Hopefully that's the right one. And then next question we have is from we say write this. Should I write the story first or draw a scene brainstorm without the book?
Write the plot and theme first.
You have to know.
You gotta know. You gotta know what's the consequences of the story, like what's going to happen and stuff. Write the plot. First of all, the character. Write the backstory of the character. Then you write the plot and the theme. You could do either or. Like, we all do our process different. I don't know how you do it, Tyler, but we all do our process different, because you got to know who's gonna be the main character of the book.
mhm.
So those are the main three elements you know work on: the backstory, the character, the plot, and the theme. You work on all
The
of that, you're
big
good.
I think the biggest thing for us writers to realize is I'm going to give you guys writers like two words that every comic book issue should entail. First, the first word is intention. What is your character's intention? What does your character want to get at the end of the story? But then what makes the story better is the second word, obstacle. What's in your character's way into getting their end goal? That's what makes a good story. I don't know. What do you think about
Guy,
that?
guys, he just elaborated what theme is.
Awesome. And then let's see. We have a couple people that said we're follow you. So I hope you got some new Twitter followers.
I will be following you guys right after this live. Don't worry. I always follow everybody back.
Awesome. So guys, um, you know, I'm a male. I'm a male. So I don't want to like I don't I would I'd want I want to get into this topic, the challenges of being a female comic book writer.
Oh my gosh.
You know, and I'm looking at my comic book bookshelf. I don't, and I hate to say this.
You
I
don't
thought I,
have that much, do you?
I thought I was woke. Um,
But it's cool though. Like,
but there's
I'm not
not.
gonna lie.
Maybe the fact is that there's not enough.
There's not enough at all. There's not a lot. Like, we have Sarah Pichelli, who's one of the best artists there is. Um, I have, like, you don't even know who is Julie Anderson, because we're all so sheltered. You know, like, we're so used to being silenced. Like, most of the time in the industry, and I'm gonna be honest. most of my male counterparts will silence me. Like I can voice my opinion on something, and they will shush me. And I
Really?
used to, yeah, yeah. But that's not only in this industry. That's in any industry, period. But I would feel low. Like they will discredit what I want to say. So, I got to the point. I'm like, screw this. I became very vocal. You notice that I'm very vocal. I don't
Very.
relent. I'm very vocal, and I let them know straight up. If they get in their feelings, that's on them. But I've had male, I have not even male. I had people bash me because I'm a woman. Say, "Oh, what do you know?" I've had, um, of other artists, women, female artists, they would ink something, and the guy would just discredit what they do. And this has been going on for so long, but we just keep it on the hush hush. We don't say anything because it's like if we say anything, our voice is going to be silent. And
So I have a question, and I'm just gonna ask these questions. I don't. Do you think? And this is just this is I'm not, guys. And I'm not here to be offensive. I'm not here to get to the truth. I'm a journalist student. No, I graduated, so I'm a journalism major. So I want to ask. I'm going to ask I want to ask some I want to ask Dorothy some questions, guys. If you guys get a little offended,
I won't
guys.
get offended. You already
Yeah.
know me.
So I'd love to know this, and I know this is common talk. And this is just me wanting to learn. So let's say I have a character like Superman. Okay. Do you think that people are like, do you think people say, and I know some people do, which is awful, that a woman can't write Superman because she's not a male?
There's no. A woman can. Just like I can't say, but I'm gonna be honest right now. I can't. No, I don't think any guy could write my character. I'm just saying right now. But a woman can write Superman. You know, if you give her the resources that she needs, she's able to do so. Just like
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of male writers are able to write female characters like X2. They're doing a hell of a good job with her. Silk, great job. So I'm not gonna ever discredit somebody by their gender. It depends on that person's creativity. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's not about the gender; it's about their creativity, how far their mind can take them. That's how I see it.
And
But go ahead.
oh, with these, but like with these established characters, like yeah, if I could not write Spirit's Destiny 1, that's one that's your baby. There's so much of you in that. There's no way that I could be able to take that character. Whereas Superman and Batman, there's been so many stories told that everyone has their own versions of these characters, and women can do it too. I mean, I want to talk about let me talk about the DC universe real quick, the movies. I thought Wonder Woman was a great movie, and that was one of the first movies that director did. She's a woman. It's like three or four. That was like her third or fourth movie. She directed Wonder Woman. I was in that theater, guys. I cried 5 times. I know exactly
You
what
cried 5 times.
I cried 5 times. I remember when they were like shooting at the World War II, and then she gets up and then she's in her costume, and I was like, oh, it's Wonder Woman.
That director, she's awesome. She's awesome. She did a great job in that. Like, it don't matter. That's why I said it don't matter about the gender. It's like their creativity. You see what she did? She took it to a whole different level, and I can't wait for the second movie. So, it did, like Snyder. He put too much of that. That. Ugh.
I'm a very big defender of Batman versus Superman, but I understand where you're coming from. So how about so here's another question then. Do you think though that the reason why? So I think the reason why I don't have any female written comics here. I have a bunch of female artists in here.
You don't even got Miss Marvel.
I don't have Miss Marvel. I've read it, so I've read. So I'm not saying that I haven't read it. I just don't own them.
Oh, okay. Because Miss Marvel is awesome.
And I think the reason why is. I think the reason why though is sometimes I feel like it gets some of them are I feel kind of preachy where like I'm reading this comic and the character like punches the person as like female power, and like for me I go like I don't know so yeah, it's kind of whack. I read this X2 story, and she was like, I see X2 as someone brutal, but she was like gonna go kill some people real quick. And
that's lame right there. Like,
so one that
I like X2.
Yeah. So do you think that professionals, maybe female writers, some of them either need to lay off on the preachy and just tell good stories?
No, I think the editor needs to lay off of the female writers because they're putting their lame input in it. They probably put something like look at Gail Simone. She's a successful writer, and like I have no issues with her writing. But when it comes to Marvel and DC, the editors they have the much say so. They would probably change to switch up some of the dialogues on there, and I think they should have let the writers have much more freedom, like how we do in indie. But they're not doing that.
So are you saying then? Are you thinking then that it's not necessarily the writers, but the editor saying, "Hey, put some more of that female pushing and power," and then that's what's annoying. I agree. You know what? I actually agree with you because I know the editor for the current Vertigo titles is very like put politics and shove it in everyone's face, and that's why the sales aren't very good because people are like, I want to be entertained, and what's great about I want to segue this into Spirit's Destiny. I've seen you create this comic throughout the last 3 years, and I'm going to be backing it, guys, later today because it looks great. One thing I love about your character is that she has an identity. She's Haitian. She has the culture, and you have so many other multicultural, but you're not preaching to me. It's a fun book. How do you do that? How do you create a fun book but have an identity and not preach to the reader? How do you do that?
You just said it. Like I didn't want to shove it down nobody's throat. I wanted people to pique interest in my character. Like, yeah, she's Haitian. I didn't announce that she's Haitian. You're gonna find out in the book. You see the Haitian flag, you're like in issue 2, you'll see the Haitian flag. You're gonna be like, okay, they're Haitian. There's no reason to announce anything. Just let the reader find out on their own. Most of the times, the big 3, they will announce that a character is part of the LGBT community. You don't have to announce it. Let the reader find out on their own. If they want to continue following that comic book series, let them do it.
And is it important to the series as well? Is it important to the character, their race or sex? Is it like
no? It does not. It does not matter. The most important thing is for them to have a great plot and theme. That's the most important thing. And people fail to realize that. Like when I first started, I didn't understand what plot and theme was until it was broken down to me, and I started taking my sweet time on it. Like writing was hard for me, but now it got better. So this is one of the things that if for new creators, work on your plot and theme and your character background and your character. Love your character. That's the first thing you need to do, because my character is the illustration and of my Sana. She's very compassionate, but she's very rebellious and she's very vocal. So that's what you're gonna see in there, and you're gonna see her speaking Creole, which is my grandmother. You're gonna see the grandmother speak Creole. You're gonna see Spirit speak Creole, but I didn't do it in a way to shove it down your face. It's because it's just the way they're communicating with each other,
and it's the reason why I do that. And it's moving the story forward, not preaching to the audience. You're not here for a political message. You're here to tell a story first.
Exactly. Like when my grandma was here, or when I'm with my mother, I speak to her in Creole, in English. So that's what you will see in the story, because she's based on me, from my persona, and we're based in Miami. So I wanted her to be authentic. I didn't want her to be like so blah, so lame, which I've been reading some from the big 3. So that was one of the things I've worked on, and I'm working with several editors right now. Like I have other series I'm working on. Victory by Joe Davis, and Nora, my Muslim hero. I have like a whole universe just female superheroes, and I have one a superhero of my son that I'm working on, and he has a disability. So that's another market I'm working on, a children's book. So it's all about your creativity and what you're trying to bring to the market.
Boom. I'm gonna get into the chat real quick. Sure. Let's see. Someone said, let's see. Christopher C. Christopher C. is a he's the party of this, so he'll always say something inappropriate. So let's see.
That's cool.
If Superman was written by a woman, there would be too many Superfoot ribs for Lois Lane. And then everyone's trying to figure out what Superfoot means. Rib means. Martha Short says, I don't think it's so a challenge to be a female writer, but you just have to make sure you find and grab your audience and keep it. I agree with you, but I also think that maybe they're not hiring. Yeah, they're not hiring. And I think what doesn't help is that these editors aren't really doing what they need to do to empower these female writers. They're giving them a lot of bad advice, and then when their books like have low sales, they go, it's because you as the writer, and the writer, she's probably like, well, you told me to do that.
Yeah, the writer gets blamed for it. People don't look at the editor. People don't know who the hell editors are. They only know the writer. So the writer gets the blame for everything, and the artist. So yeah.
Yeah, I had Heather Antos on the show. She was a Marvel editor and Image Comics editor, and she's currently with Valiant. And editors they are more integral into the comic book making process than we think. But on the cover, we just see the writer and the artist, and then the editor's really the person in the back who has the puppets. They're the puppet masters of the whole show. What they say goes.
I got respect for them. I would never be an editor, I'll tell you that, because, boy, I can't do it. It's too much work. It's a very stressful job. You got to make sure the art production's on point. You got to make sure the writer's on point. You got to make sure the sales are on point. I don't have time for that. I'd rather just write and let the editor do their job. Let them have their stress. I already have enough stress creating the story. No. That's too much work. And I salute all editors. LaShawn, I don't know how you do it. Not me.
So, guys, I hope that the one thing that you get out of this whole thing is that the biggest thing that we as creators need to do is to freaking literally just make freaking good stories. Don't shove our politics in there. Don't shove our religions. Don't shove my opinions in there. First, what is a good story? And how am I going to get my character through that good story and then entertain? Yes, you can throw in some of your opinions. Demons has a ton of religion in there because I'm a very religious person. Do I tell you to go to accept Christ in your heart?
Exactly.
I don't, but you should, but I don't. And we don't preach. A good story doesn't need you to preach to them. I know. It would just be annoying. Do you like it when people knock on your door and are just like, "Honey, I'd like to tell you something"? You're like, "Bruh, I'm trying to make bad decisions right now. Leave me alone."
Don't judge me.
Well, so sweet, guys. So everyone, we're gonna end this right now because I want everyone to go, and I'm putting the Kickstarter one more time in the chat. Go back this book. You can guys, there's so many awesome rewards. You can walk away with so many freaking comics. It's unbelievable. She has $100 more to go. You just got $20 from someone. I hope it came from Draw and Talk. That would be awesome.
Thank you, whoever that was. Thank you.
So guys, she only has $100 more. Then she's back. There's 24 days to go. What are some stretch goals that you have?
There will be announcing. I am not sure yet.
Is Short Fuse doing a lot of the campaigning? Oh, shout out to Paige Alfred, who's been marketing so much.
I love him. He's been out there pushing me, and we finally met at a Comic-Con, and ever since we've been cool, man. And we're gonna be in our first Comic-Con in April.
That's awesome, man. I need to get myself a Paige Alfred. Like every minute of the day, he is marketing for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Great marketing. Yes.
All right, guys. Go follow. Let's see. Go follow Dorphise Jean. Here I'm gonna put it one more time. It's Spirits Destiny U.
Yes.
On Twitter. Find her on Facebook. On Instagram, it's Spirits Destiny Universe.
Yes, sir.
Boom. Man, you like how I know that?
Yeah.
Because I'm a follower, guys. And then also go check out her Kickstarter. And then also, guys, feel free in the link down below as well to check out my Indiegogo. Would love to get you guys some exclusive trading cards. Remember to like the show, comment down below your thoughts, and hit the subscribe button. Dorphise, thank you so much for being on the show tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, let's get you on the show again. This was fun.
Okay, will do.
Boom. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. Dorphise, you have a good night.
You too. Thank you.